Welcome back to the Land House vlog. So today I'm going to do a ram pump house call. I've only done a couple of these, but it should be rather fun. I've also confirmed with this fellow that it's okay to film this installation, so that should be fun to bring what I'm hoping is a complete start to finish install of a ram pump, and I'll also give you a good example of what a ram pump is even used for. So I just dropped off Emma at my mom and dad's house, and the drive out here is somewhere around 45 minutes, so I'm probably going to be late as usual, but that's just how it goes. So in last week's vlog, I had a comment that said, please don't make garbage videos like this again. And I responded with, maybe the vlogs aren't for you. And then the response to that was, oops, sorry, I didn't realize that you also did vlogs. So sometimes, and I also got an email the other day saying the vlog was the favorite content on the channel. So I just wanted to say that sometimes you can't please everybody on YouTube. Most of the time you can. So some people love vlogs, some people hate them, some people love ram pump videos. So on this channel you kind of get a little bit of everything. But time to just drive on, and hopefully we will have a good day of ram pump installation. Did you hear that all-wheel drive kick in? It's a pretty steep hill here. This guy has definitely got some beautiful property. Well, hopefully I'll be able to bring you along for a few clips today, and then you'll see the video come out pretty soon. We can hold some props.
Okay, me? Okay.
Let's move up just a touch here.
Wow, this is crazy.
So far the install is going well. We have to cut a piece of pipe because there's a bell end on this end. And the ram pump needs to have a non-bell end, and so does the input to the bucket. So we're just going to cut off a small piece on the end, put it in the bell end, which will basically eliminate one of those bells. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, we are moving along. He has a very nice creek in here. The ram pump is just over this little hill and has 300 feet of delivery pipe. Now I know scale is a little bit hard to show on the camera, but this hill goes up close to 50 feet. Man, just finished up a really great ram pump install. It's not 100% locked down where we want it. Yoshi. But definitely nice to see. We got a total of 1 gallon every 5.88 minutes. So, and that was with several inefficiencies. So it's gonna be nice whenever he gets that locked down. But anyway, it's fun to meet new people, and hope you enjoy that video when it comes out. Well, Emma and I just got back home. It's been a long but very productive day. Very excited about that. So yesterday, my dad and I went on a 4-mile hike. And I took this new backpack here. It's going to be a review. You'll probably see the review of this before you even see this vlog, but worked out pretty good. Had a couple of little issues, but nothing too bad. Now, I think I mentioned last week that I called the sheriff on one of my neighbor's dogs. and it was just a very aggressive dog. Well, they put it inside for 10 days and then let it back out, and it's just as aggressive as it was before. So my dad and I were coming back up the road from our hike, and he had his bear spray with him, and the dog went past my dad and came for me. But luckily, I had my bear spray with easy access, and I never used it before. So I popped the clip and got the dog right in the mouth, face and everything. So it was a half-second shot, but that dog turned tail and ran. So it was nice to have experimented with that bear spray, so that if I ever have to use it on a hike out in the woods, I'll know what to do. Anyway, so I'm gonna get Miss Emma inside, who is slightly tired today, and I guess eat some supper. So tomorrow is Dad's day, and hopefully I will be able to get a lot of stuff done. Water tower part 4. I've got just all kinds of stuff, but there are some creepy, very dark clouds on all sides of us, so I have a feeling we're about to get a pretty serious storm. Psst, stop it. Seriously, too loud. Well, Emma went straight to bed. She is just exhausted. Ashley's making some meatloaf. She had a friend over today. It looks like we have missed that big storm that was brewing. So what I like to do now is step into the shop and get some ram pumps ready for shipping out tomorrow. And I need to, oh, where did they go? Oh yeah, here they are. Got some sunglasses I've been wearing for the past couple of days. Actually the past 2 weeks. I want to review those. And so today was back and forth, really hot and sunny, and then cloudy. But the shop has no condensation up on the insulation. So the fan that I have installed is doing its job already, and I haven't even vented all of the soffit yet. So I just had to get the hot air out from up there, and it's working great. It's really good news. Good morning. So today is Dad's day, the day where I get a lot of stuff done. Huh. There's deer up in the woods. So the goal for today is film the last part of the off-grid water tower. Have a few things I need to do, like get the delivery pipe connected up the hill, get the ram pump working in a more permanent place, and what else was it? One of the biggest things is I need to mow the grass today. I'm gonna try and get all of it done, which is this whole front yard, down there, over there, and then a little bit up in here. So that's gonna be a pretty big project. Need to ship out 3 ram pumps and film a review for that backpack. The first big project that I'm gonna start working on today is the off-grid water tower. I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of behind the scenes work I go through to make one of these videos. Like, it may be another 20 minutes or more before I actually get started. Let's see, that's the socket that I need for those hose clamps. Like for instance, I need to go cut a piece of pipe down in the creek of 1/2 inch poly pipe to use as the, what is that? Yeah. To use as an overflow and air intake. So that's like another 10 minutes right there, just walking down and getting that. But anyway, it's all good. I think the off-grid water tower is a big hit, and I am definitely going to be using it here really soon. So let's go down to the creek real quick and get some of that poly pipe. I really enjoy making YouTube videos. It is definitely one of my passions in life, just getting to share with you all the things that I work on. But sometimes it can really take a lot of time out of life. I don't mind, but like the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been able to post 5 videos a week, which is great. This week, we got so busy on the weekend that I did not have time to post Monday's video, which was going to be a workshop build video. And I felt kind of bad about it, but it's like, oh well, I'm just going to skip it. Sunday's video came out so late that it kind of works as Monday's video. But okay, so I've got my 1/2-inch poly pipe down here next to the creek. I'm gonna cut about 10 feet or so. It should be enough to get the water away from the tower. I think it'll be just fine here, right there. I made it to about the halfway point on the water tower part 4 video and realized that one, I couldn't find a part that I had purchased last week, and two, I didn't have one part that I needed. So going to the hardware store, gonna take the ram pump orders, gonna go buy the trash dump, and I think that's it. But anyway, these are things that I had on my list anyway, so might as well go now. Hopefully the rain will hold off long enough for me to get about an hour and a half worth of yard maintenance done. But anyway, on our way to town. Well, it sprinkled for a little while, but so far not raining. Decided to go ahead and buy a couple more components that I can use on the ram pump. So I'm gonna get back to the house and hopefully wrap up that project. And I really need to start working on yard work because I think it's gonna rain. So like I said this morning, it definitely takes longer to do a project than you might think. I started around 10:30-ish and it's 2:40 now, and I am almost done with this one project. So next, I think I'm going to tackle the grass because there's too much of it around here. It's getting kind of snaky. So I was gonna take the garden hose inside the gate to test out the water tanks on the hill. And I found this guy. There's a hornet's nest on the latch. I hate that. So I'm gonna make sure he returns and then hit him with this stuff. Okay, well, there is a good start on getting the yard taken care of. I got lazy and didn't get this last little patch right here. But I got across the road and way over there and then weeded this whole hill, and I think it's looking pretty good. Well, I had forgotten when I was watering earlier that I planted some cucumbers. They're pickling cucumbers because I would like to learn to pickle. So let me get the OffGrid water hose here. Let's see. Maybe soaker? Let's see how that does here. Not too deep. Whoa! 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 What'd you find? A ball? 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 Oh, it sinks. Emma and I just got back from the swimming pool. It was her very first time swimming, and I think she had a really good time. So now we are at the Grandfather Mountain Profile Trail, and I'm going to swap you over to cell phone again because this camera is awkward to carry with this baby carrier here. So but we'll just try and get a couple of clips of our little hike and picnic. Next weekend, my dad and brother-in-laws are all going to be meeting us up here for a camp, and it's pretty cool. You pick the shelter you want and you use this wax pen to write your party information here before you start on the trail. old trailhead has been moved. We're about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile down this trail for the old one. And I have to say, the new trail is quite fun. It's nice to see such a highly maintained trail for the tourists. But once you get closer to the top of the mountain, you're just jumping from rock to rock. We hiked about 20 minutes in and found this waterfall and thought it would be the perfect picnic spot. So we're just hanging out here. You want your juice? Look, I got your juice here.
What?
You put the top on? Well, we finished our picnic and now we're on our way back to the car. I'm not used to carrying all this weight on the front. It's much easier on the back. You want a leaf? Leaf? Thank you. One's enough. It's 81 or 2 out here and it's been sunny all day, so now is a good time to see how well the attic ventilation is doing here in the shop. I hear it just spinning away. Oh man, that's nice. I don't see a single bit of condensation or even anything close to wet up there. You can hear it. Well, it's working. So I really need to get the rest of these soffit holes drilled, but that is amazing because I would walk in here even just after an hour of decent sunshine and there would be insulation pulling back from the condensation. So that's really great. Let's go check the temperature up here real quick. So we know outside in my car was around 81 or 82 degrees. $113 and 74 in here. So, and I imagine when I get the rest of those holes drilled and it can really pull air through, it'll drop that down even more. But before it was pushing well over 130 up there and humid, so it's good. Over the past couple weeks, I've been trying to sew my own tent based on the tarp tent design. It's the Pro Trail, and well, it's getting there. A lot of sag there in the top, and I'm not exactly sure how to take that out. Let's see if it's this way. No. I wonder if it's probably going to pull the back stake off. Yeah, I think pulling this one forward is what's going to do that. But anyway, so it's making some progress, but I've got it set up today with the top done and the base is done, and I want to measure to see how big the mesh needs to be inside. Well, it looks like I really could have shaved off a bit more on the sides because it's going to be a lot bigger than expected, but you know what? I'm okay with that. The floor dimensions were the thing that was the most obvious on the plan, and everything else I've just kind of decided on myself. So anyway, there's going to be a front door with tie-out points up here to really push this forward, and then the back door, because it's so big, I'm going to go ahead and put a door on there too, and that way if I ever need to I can just open both sides and have lots of venting. But anyway, I'm going to do some measurements and should give me an idea of what I need to do for the rest of my sewing. So basically, the edge here is going to have mesh that goes all the way to this edge. It's just going to be kind of an angled piece there. And the front, the door will come off here and be out here somewhere. Let's see, I think I measured for 20 something inches, but I'm kind of considering adding a bigger piece to it so it makes more of a vestibule here in the front. And then the door will start sewing here, but come on the inside a certain amount and go like that. But anyway, I gotta measure these side pieces real quick. Okay, looks like when this corner is pulled tight to that right there, I'm gonna need 16 inches from bam to bam. And then back here, likewise, when this corner right here is pulled up to that one, I'm going to need 8 inches right there. And hopefully I'm cutting a little bit short so that it will pull it up that way. So anyway, my next step is to do that, get the sides sewn into the actual tarp, and I need to start making the piece here that will hold those poles in place there and then up here. And then I guess get the door on next. Well, with the door on, I can pull a guy line out here and really tighten up this ridge line some. Anyway, it's coming along pretty good, I think. It's always fun making your own camping gear. Well, this week sure has been full. It's nice to see Emma first time in the pool. I really enjoyed that. Hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I certainly have, and I will see you next week for another exciting episode. Bye.